Yo, 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 YouTube world. I'm Gabriel Flores, aka the one, the only, maybe Lee. Today is another wonderful episode. Um, and if you guys aren't familiar with what my talk show is about, it's about me presenting two topics. The first topic is something about me, personal knowledge I have, things only I know about myself, and just whatever. And then the other topic is another topic I select to pair it up with. And um, basically, that's pretty much it. A little bit about the show. All of the episodes are pre-planned, and so there's no work that goes into that currently. That was already done several weeks ago before the talk show started, and so basically every morning that I air, which I air every morning, I do it every single day for 42 days straight is what I'm doing. I gather all of my ideas. I do research if I need to, and then that day at 3:30, I'll start studying. I'm going back over what I already decided I would be talking about, and then at 4 o'clock I record for 17 minutes straight. Today it's not 4 o'clock. It's earlier than that because I have some stuff going on today that's gonna be preventing me. That's gonna hinder me from getting that done at 4. So I'm doing it earlier today. I have to do it earlier today. And so the finale's coming up, and I think it's like 8 days, and it'll last 3 days. The finale is like the mountain in my life, and features a famous producer. Um, and a little bit more about the finale. Basically, I'm turning a negative into a positive. So that's kind of the goal of the talk show, is to gain a little bit more extra knowledge from this to get a higher level of understanding. Rather than just basically present topics, we're trying to ascend and gain a little bit higher platitudes from it, and that's what the finale is about turning a negative into a positive. The climax is going to be in, I think, 2 days. So not tomorrow, but the next day, the climax starts. What I consider the climax, and the climax is like the culmination of all my secrets to this life, and it'll last a few days, and it'll lead up to the finale. Pretty exciting stuff. Stick around, guys, for that. I highly encourage it. Also, if you haven't already done so, go to my playlist and check out the episodes we've already done. Get up to date to where we're at. Why a girl. I want to talk about why a girl would want to date me. It's kind of a weird topic, but for me, a woman is very important in my life. A woman is integral in my life. Basically, my life ain't complete if I don't have a girlfriend in my life, or a female, even just not even necessarily a girlfriend. But I know this topic is about why a girl would want to date me. But I'm willing to expand the term date into just even being a friend. But I think honesty is paramount in that, in starting a good solid relationship. So I really want the one thing the chick can rely on about me is I'm going to be straightforward from the gate about who I am, and about the things that interest me, the type of stuff that I plan on doing and stuff like that. So it's not necessarily I'm gonna do it with you because I'm willing. I want a girl in my life just as a friend, in general. But I would prefer to have a girlfriend, because for me, that's the main purpose in this life, is to have a girl as a girlfriend that you can do stuff with. And I'm the type of person that is likes to explore and do new stuff. I like to try new things. And so, that's one thing I think a chick is gonna like about me, is that I'm not afraid to do different stuff, no matter what it pertains to. It could be anything, but I'm willing to do new stuff, because I think that's what this life is about too. Is um, doing everything this life has to offer, at least once, or twice, or three times, depending if you like it. If you like it, then keep doing it. Is my motto. So I think for me, it's a number one priority is to have. I want to have the right type of people around me, and it doesn't necessarily have to be as a friend or a girlfriend. It could be just the store that I go to, or a group that I attend. I want to be able to have the right people around me, and having the right people around me starts with honesty. For me, it starts from me, being honest and stuff like that. So I think that's a big plus for a chick who wants to date me, that I'm going to be honest with them, and that I also have a lot of experiences too. So that's something that I'm willing to share with a chick, which I believe she would value. She would value somebody with a lot of experiences, even more than her, even more experiences than she's experienced in her own life. Because, especially, primarily if you're dating, if you're gonna be dating the girl, because it gives you kind of a position of authority in the relationship, and it kind of starts the relationship off in a certain with a certain mindset. Doesn't have to stay that way. It can Things can shift. She can end up being the person with authority in the relationship. But from out the gate, you're honest and you're explaining all of these experiences, and she's like somebody who's kind of been sheltered all her life, and her mom and dad, sent her to a private school or whatever. And she's going to be looking up to you like, wow, he's done a lot of stuff. Wow. And then when she comes across a problem in her life, she's going to pick up the phone and call you, because you're the person with authority. She's dating you. So I think my experiences in this case are a positive. And it's even a more positive from my view if the chick is a younger girl. The younger, the better. I have to think about why a girl would want to date me to open my possibilities up. So basically, just making myself believe and realize that I do have qualities that a girl, somebody of the opposite sex, somebody I want to date, um, wants and desires and yearns for. Uh, Being able to realize that is going to be critical for me to even start walking a path that is inclusive of a female, particularly of a female that I want to date. Because, like I said, I'm willing to be friends with a girl. I want a girl on my team and stuff like that. But my primary goal here is to start a path where I'm looking for a girlfriend. The girlfriend is just the definition I use, but to say that somebody of the opposite sex, that we're going to be doing all kinds of stuff together, everything. So girlfriend is just the definition that's there, but I'm talking about being able to find somebody that I can do all kinds of stuff with. And as of right now, I don't really think about it, and that's not a good thing, because a female is always on my mind. I always think about a woman, and especially about having sex. I always fantasize about having sex with a girl. And so when you do that kind of stuff and if you're not on a footing that has nothing to do with a girl, it don't make sense. And so that's the, this is how you start off on a path, in my view. This is what I think is going to set me up for success in this regards. This is what I believe is going to get the ball rolling in the right direction. And so that's what I mean by opening possibilities up for me. Is for me, the first thing is identifying assets that I have that a girl most definitely wants in her life. And that's gonna be the main thing that I'm gonna use, that I could use, that's gonna make it that much easier to use. Now, if I could, I would go out there and start looking for a chick, but it's not that easy. But I can guarantee you, if the opportunity arises, I'm going to be that much more prepared to start a discussion that's going to lead to the end game a lot faster and a lot more effective. But no, I'm not able to just go out there and go hunt, per se, a girl down and start talking to her and force and compel the conversation in that direction to achieve my goal. No, I can't do that. But what will happen, what could happen, what probably would happen, probably will happen, is a girl will come around, and I'm going to be that much more prepared to do this. So that's what I mean by opening up possibilities. I want to talk about how we open up possibilities in real life, and how I first tried to do this, because my main intention was I wanted to have a lot of sex. A while ago, that was my main goal, and it still is a main goal. Sex is still a main goal, but there's a lot more to a relationship that can be just as fruitful as having sex. But back then, when that was my sites were just focused on sex, I went to Pornhub, because Pornhub is supposed to be a website where you can connect with the girl to have sex. You contact a girl, you both are on there. It's not illegal, it's not prostitution, because people are allowed to meet up anywhere, and you can go have sex with somebody all you want. You just can't commit adultery or have sex with a minor and stuff like that. That would be against the law, but you can meet up with anybody and you can have sex with anybody. I don't know about, well, gay stuff is legalized now, but homosexuality was illegal before. Now it's becoming legal, but that's kind of iffy. But even then, I don't give a fuck about the law anyways, but that's just throwing that in there. I wouldn't care. It wouldn't hinder my thinking abilities. Um, Anyways, but it is something to note for you guys, for the audience, to think about and to kind of laugh at when you're going out there and you're going to do it anyways. But it is something to think about, and those things I do kind of care about anyways. But it's just kind of lucky how I kind of care about that stuff. And so I went to Pornhub to do that, and it was never successful. Pornhub is not an effective platform to find a chick to have sex, and the idea is great. It's awesome, because there's a lot of people out there who are sexual in nature, and I'm one of those people. I like to be naked with another woman and have sex and do all kinds of stuff with another woman in that way. I like to express myself, my entire body, my private areas and everything. I like to model that type of stuff. And it's a platform for you to do that. But the only thing missing is the human connection. You never actually meet nobody. I don't know why. I think maybe it's just a completely computer platform, and all the people on there are fake. Because for me, I'm ready to go meet somebody and have sex. And it's legal. It's not prostitution. You're not paying the woman to do it. You both are, in theory, you're both on there looking for sex. There's a free version to Pornhub, but they charge you for the service. So that's another thing that can kind of make it seem like it's prostitution. And so that's another downside to Pornhub. But I think Pornhub, there needs to be a competitor where it's completely free. It's just a platform. You're still going to make money because advertisers are going to go there because a lot of people want to have sex. A lot of people want to express themselves. It's not just sex either, it's expressing yourself, your body. And so if you have a competitor that doesn't charge, you get rid of the whole prostitution thing that could possibly be seen as prostitution. And it's not prostitution because both people are up there just visiting, like, you're visiting a bar and you stumble upon somebody. But in this case, you're there to have sex because that's what Pornhub is. It's pornography. You're there because you're horny. You want to have sex. And you actually get to talk to real people. There's actually real people on there. And you can actually say, oh, this is where I'm at. This is where we should meet up. Let's meet up here. Let's do this. Let's do that. Or let's just share pictures with each other. Let's just talk about this. Let's just talk about stories. But with Pornhub, you don't know if it's just a computer. You have to pay for a lot of it. You can only send certain types of messages. There's too many restrictions. But the theory of Pornhub is cool. I like the idea, especially for the segment of the population that is oriented in that way, who likes to express their naked bodies, who like to think about sex, who like to have sex, who enjoy the female body, and the opposite sex, who actually are positive towards the opposite sex and who actually appreciate a woman and stuff like that, and who are kind to their, to women in general. But anyways, guys, that's just my spiel. See you next time. See you later.